Hey guys, today's video is all about supplements that I recommend to my clients and supplements that I take myself. So basically the reason why I decided to make this video is because a lot of my clients ask me what supplements I take and whether or not they should take supplements at all, because to be honest, there are really a lot of supplements on the market that are just absolute shit. I mean, 95% of the supplements in the supplement industry are just crap, hyped up claims. You have a lot of supplements that don't have any scientific backing to them, and a lot of it is just loaded with artificial chemicals and artificial sweeteners that actually do more damage than they do good. So the supplements that I'm going to talk about today are the ones that I take and the ones that I recommend to people that are my clients. So I basically have the supplements in front of me laid out in 3 categories here, okay? These are all what I consider to be essential supplements, and they're ranked in order here in importance, okay? These over here are what I consider to be bodybuilding type supplements, supplements that help with strength and muscle mass, and these ones back here are for joint support. So let's get started right off the bat here. Basically, this is Garden of Life's multivitamin. It's called Vitamin Code. I absolutely 100% recommend this to all of my clients that are exercising with me on a daily basis, because basically this vitamin brand is really good, Garden of Life. This is a food-based vitamin as opposed to a synthetic-based vitamin. So I actually wrote a blog post about that. You can check it out over here. But basically, this is it's just a really good multivitamin. There's a lot on the market that are synthetic. This one's awesome. It's got probiotics in it and a lot of different fruits and vegetables. And this brand, a lot of their products are non-GMO project verified, which is awesome because I don't like GMOs. But like I said, you can check out that link that I just posted. A lot of people say, a lot of physicians actually kind of advocate this idea that you're going to get all your nutrition from your food, and that's just not the case, at least not anymore, not with what's happened to the modern farming industry. So check that out. My second supplement on the essentials list here is a probiotic supplement. So basically, probiotics really help with digestion. They help with gastrointestinal health. They keep your intestines functioning ideally in an optimal fashion, and it helps you basically break down and assimilate all the food that you're eating. And if you're on like a high protein, like bodybuilding diet, you absolutely need this to help break down that food and digest it. Secondly, I have a really high quality fish oil here. This is, I think they're like a subsidiary of Garden of Life. They're called Manami, but this is a really high quality fish oil. It's called More EPA Platinum. And fish oil is excellent for keeping the joints lubricated. It's good for heart health. Studies have shown that it helps put on lean muscle mass on your body. And it's just got those omega fatty acids that you really need in them. There's some debate about fish oil right now, especially with how contaminated fish are with like radiation and mercury and all that stuff. And that does reside in the fish fat. And fish oil is essentially just fish fat. So if you do take fish oil, which I recommend that you buy a brand that is very high quality, that comes from an area, a body of water that is minimally polluted, like Manami. So research that for yourself, guys. Vitamin D, this is another big one. So living in Michigan here, a lot of people become vitamin D deficient in the wintertime when the sun goes away, and that's just horrible. Vitamin D is a precursor to a lot of different hormones in the body, testosterone being one of them. So if you become deficient because you're not getting it from the sunlight in the wintertime and you're staying in for 6 months of the year, it can really affect your mood and energy levels. So I don't really take a lot of this in the summer because I get a lot of sun in the summertime, but definitely in the winter I will recommend that. Let's see here. This is Ashwagandha Root. This is a fairly interesting herb, but this actually, I think that this affects cortisol levels in a positive way. I think it mitigates the amount of cortisol, which is your stress hormone that is released in the body. I just started taking this supplement, so I don't know that much about it, but from what I've researched, that is what it helps with. And owning my own business, I get stressed out a lot. A lot of things are constantly on my mind, and taking this seems to have helped. But this is probably one of the supplements out of all of these that I know least about. So do some research for yourself, guys. This is turmeric. Okay, turmeric is an excellent herb. It has a lot of different purposes. It fights free radicals, it prevents cancer, and it's highly anti-inflammatory. So if you're working out all the time, you're eating animal proteins, which are usually inflammatory in nature, supplementing with turmeric will really, really help. Lastly, and these two brands are Gaia. This is Garden of Life. This is Manami, and these two are Garden of Life. I really like Garden of Life a lot. They're a really good brand. This is just a sleep and calming formula that I got from Trader Joe's. It basically has melatonin in it. It has some other compounds like L-theanine, which is an amino acid, and 5-hydroxytryptophan, 5-HTP, which I believe is some sort of amino acid as well. But the reason why I bought this is for the melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that your body secretes when it's time to go to bed, and it makes you sleepy. And your body is supposed to secrete it naturally, but if you're living a really dysfunctional life, like most people in the 21st century right now, you're watching TV, you're exposed to bright light in the middle of the night, or you're stressed out, your body's not going to release that hormone, and you're just going to lay in bed with your eyes open, wishing you could fall asleep. So when that happens, this is a really good supplement. It doesn't have to be this brand. Pretty much any melatonin supplement really helps with that. But it's like it's a more natural way to basically aid in falling asleep. Okay, so these are basically, like I said, everyday supplements that I would suggest for longevity and health. And now I'm going to move on. Okay, so then we're going to move on to the joint category over here. This is collagen. So this is type 1 and 3 collagen, and I think it comes from a bovine source. So it comes from cows. But basically, this is touted as an anti-aging supplement. That's exactly what it does. Collagen basically is like the glue that holds us together, our whole body, our skin, hair, nails, eyes, you name it. And all of that can actually be enhanced or increased by supplementing with collagen. So you get it if you eat like a marbled steak or something like that. But if you're not eating a lot of meat, chances are your diet is a little deficient in collagen, and supplementing with it can really help. The reason why I take this is not because of my hair, skin, nails, and eyes, even though it helps with that, but I take it because it actually helps to rebuild. Some studies have shown that it can help rebuild and keep joints lubricated, the cartilage in there. So basically, I take it for that. I've had a lot of joint pain in my knees. I have a little bit of osteoarthritis in there, which is basically degeneration of the cartilage. And through taking this and this next supplement here that I'm going to get into in a second, I've basically gotten rid of all the pain in my knee. So that brings me to my next supplement here. By the way, this is called NeoCell, the brand. Collagen is what it is, super collagen type 1 and 3. Once again, brand name NeoCell. So this is a pretty good supplement. This is Glucosamine Chondroitin and Msm, and it's by Nature's Plus. Basically, all of these ingredients, glucosamine, chondroitin, and Msm, have been shown to help rebuild cartilage. So this is a really controversial subject right now, especially from a Western medical perspective. A lot of Western doctors believe that you cannot rebuild cartilage. Okay, however, there is tons of anecdotal evidence, myself included, I can attest to this, that this combination of compounds really does help rebuild cartilage. But then again, like I said, Western doctors lots of times won't confirm that. But if you have osteoarthritis or an old joint injury that hasn't healed, I would suggest maybe trying this just to see if it helps you. And if it does, if it doesn't, no big deal. You just wasted a little bit of your money. But if it does help you, then you spend some money and you got some relief, so it was worth it. But I definitely recommend these two, collagen and this blend, glucosamine, chondroitin, and Msm. They usually sell these together, but if you're lifting heavy, I definitely recommend taking these even as a preventative measure, even if you're not in pain. All right, so that brings me into my bodybuilding category over here. So basically, over here I have beta-alanine right here, which is another amino acid derivative, and what this does is it helps with muscular endurance. These supplements here have all had a lot of extensive research done on them, but Beta-alanine really helps supply your muscles and your entire neuromuscular system with basically more endurance, so you can just exercise longer without getting as fatigued. Creatine monohydrate, this is another one that's had a lot of studies done on it, and what this does is it provides your muscles with ADP energy, which is essentially, ADP energy essentially affords your muscles the ability to contract with more force for longer periods of time. So basically how that would manifest is, let's say you can bench press 225 pounds for like 4 reps. By taking creatine monohydrate for a couple weeks, you might be able to do that same weight, 225, for 6 reps. It usually adds 2 repetitions onto whatever plateau you were experiencing before. In addition to that, it also makes your muscles kind of like retain water. All the creatine like channels in your muscles get full and saturated with this, and it's very common for your muscles to retain water when you're taking creatine monohydrate. So by doing that, it makes your muscles more volumized and they look bigger, and they are stronger and bigger that way. This is a sort of controversial supplement. A lot of people think that creatine is bad for you. It's not bad for you. It does have a tendency to dehydrate you because of what I just described, what it does to the muscles. So when you're taking this supplement, be sure that you are drinking a lot of water, okay? What I usually recommend to my clients is to drink an ounce per pound of body weight, a fluid ounce of water per pound of body weight. So a 180-pound individual should drink 180 fluid ounces of water. If you're following that formula, you'll be fine when you're taking creatine monohydrate. Always check with your doctor before you take any of these things, obviously. Lastly, we have whey protein here. So this is not just any whey protein, it's grass-fed organic whey protein, and it's non-flavored. So most whey proteins that you'll find on the market come from conventionally raised cows, which are just full of RBST, growth hormone, and other toxins that you don't want. And they're fed grain, which is just really bad. It's really inflammatory in nature, the meat and the milk that comes from those kind of cows. So, and thirdly, lots of times manufacturers will add even more toxins into the equation afterwards during the processing by adding artificial flavors, sweeteners, and dyes, things like that. So when you're looking into buying whey protein, really look for a brand like this one, Source Organic, that doesn't add any of that. So it's all organic, it's certified grass-fed and non-GMO project verified, and it also is whey protein concentrate as opposed to isolate. So that's another subject that I'll maybe get into a little bit later, but basically you always want to look for concentrate and not isolate, because isolate contains isolated proteins without any of the other macronutrients that are supposed to accompany it, and when your body tries to break it down, it just has a really hard time doing it. So concentrate is a much better option. I really like this brand a lot, Source Organic. So hope you guys liked that video. Don't forget to subscribe up here, and I'll catch you next time.